Let's hear it for the artist quarter and some jazz, huh?
Yay!
Let's hear it for smooth jazz, huh?
Yeah, chunky shit.
That's where it's at. Smooth jazz is the fetish porn of the music industry. That's fetish porn. Close enough. I know you dig that. You know, with smooth jazz, it's like there's a smooth jazz is the kind of deal where there's a man in the deep dark recesses of suburbia listening to a Dave Koz CD, watching a web video of a woman making sweet love to a Doberman. It's a bestiality joke. It usually kills. It usually kills, guys. Stick with me. I really wanted to be a fly on the wall when they were coming up with the turn of phrase, let's get down to brass tacks. Because let's think about that. I can imagine them saying, you know, they're sitting in a big brick building, it's a big regal building, and there's two men sitting at a big wooden table saying, we need a phrase of great import, something of great consequence. Something that is so essential to the fabric of our lives that the mere utterance of this phrase will immediately register with those who hear it. Johnson, what say you? Maybe some brass tacks. If we get down to brass tacks, by God, Johnson, you're a genius. So I'm married, I'm a dad. 2 kids. Let's put it together, put your hands together for kids, huh? So, you know, we got done, the baby making got done that early. Got that out of the way. Decided, you know what, it's time to put an end to this, right? So we booked the appointment to get the vasectomy guy going. Wife comes along for moral support, right? Because, you know, that's what women do. They support us and do everything else for us. So I go with my wife to visit Dr. Zhang. Dr. Zhang is a 60-year-old man, Asian man, obviously, or Polish, I don't know. Pretty sure he was Asian. So you go in, you sit down, he tells you all about the snipping and the cutting and the slicing, and all that, and then, you know, okay, great, fine, get it, you know, vas deferens, all that good stuff. And then he says to you, okay, well, I need to, you know, take a look at the wondrous canvas I'm going to be applying my craft to, right? So I stand up, right, and I give it one of these guys. And my wife is behind me, right? So, all right, here we go. And she's just, and he looks at me and he says, I need you to shave from here down. Okay, that's the first time an Asian man's ever told me to shave my balls, but we're gonna give it a go. So, I come back sometime later, you know, a couple months later after our appointment was made, and luckily, I'm very nervous. I'm very, very nervous. But luckily, he's given me a prescription for Valium. I've never taken Valium before. I know nothing is how it's gonna work on my body. But I do know that the idea of Valium, for me, is very, very different than the reality of Valium on me. The idea of Valium in me is tranked rhino, right? I am a tranked rhino in a canvas hammock being airlifted to a nature preserve in the Serengeti. The reality of Valium, for me, is like taking a sip of Michelob Ultra. I am hyper-aware. I am so hyper-aware. Valium gave me spidey sense, right? So there I am in the waiting room. I have spidey sense. I'm hearing conversations 4 doors down. I'm smelling the urine from the lab. And they asked me to come back to the room to do the business, right? Wander back, don't see anybody in the hallway, great, fine. Takes me into the room, hop up on that there, take off your pants, put on the gown, great, good, okay. She leaves, nurse number 1 leaves. Sitting there, okay, a couple minutes pass, nurse number 2 comes in. She says, all right, well, I gotta get you prepped and do all that good stuff, so slathers me all with iodine, and it's like a newborn hatched chick with spray tan. Heat lamp. I am so vulnerable right now. More so than ever. Don't have a finger in my butthole though, so. So then, you know, she finishes her business, leaves, nurse number 3 comes in. She kind of wanders, you know, looks around, fiddles with some of the instruments, kind of looks down at me. And I'm starting to think that something's wrong, right? Because a lot of staring happening. A lot of staring. I'm like, yeah, it's small. I don't know what to do about that. That's God's gift. She fiddles around, okay, great. Okay, well, I don't know what you're doing here. I know you're nurse number 3, I guess. She leaves. A couple minutes pass. Another woman comes in. A nurse? No. Woman has long nails. She's wearing a pantsuit. Why is there a woman in a pantsuit in my vasectomy room? I'm pretty sure she might be from accounting at this point. And she begins to stare. She's staring at my genitals. She's staring for what seems like an eternity, right? She is staring so hard, she might relax her eyes and see a sailboat. I don't know. So I'm worried, right? Something's wrong, I can't do the thing. She leaves, a couple minutes later, Doc comes in. Dr. Zhang, are you relaxed? Yep, I'm relaxed. And he sits down and he says, you know, he gets his gloves on, all right, we're gonna do this, right? And he looks at me and he says, they were right. You shave your very well. You shave very well. They were right. That means that multiple nurses and an accountant told him that I shaved my balls well. Victory.